Now, this story right here, man, makes me a little sick. Very unusual, very strange thing to see. Still haven't wrapped my head around it, and maybe or probably you'll feel the same way. Have you guys heard about this Gunu story? For all my subscribers out there in the DMV area, you've probably heard about it. It's going pretty crazy at the moment, and I wanted to say a little something about it, so yeah. Let's talk about her. Now, Gunu, are you guys familiar with that name? Gunu was a 24-year-old rapper out of the DMV who unfortunately got killed on the 18th of March, so a little over 2 weeks ago. The police responded to a report of a shooting in District Heights, which is in Maryland. They eventually got there and found a man suffering from gunshot wounds, and that man was 24-year-old Gunu, who ended up passing away as a result of the shooting. So I had actually heard about Gunu in the past through a couple friends out there in the DMV. He was doing some good things out there and was for sure projected to blow up sometime in the future. Obviously, unfortunate that he doesn't get to experience that now that he's gone. Now, regarding this specific situation involving Gunu, this is what's been going on. A couple days ago, an event was being held at Bliss nightclub in Washington, D.C. as a way to celebrate the late Gunu's existence. Now, this wasn't any kind of celebration because Gunu was actually there in the club with everybody. Now, how does that work since he's not alive anymore? Well, his dead body, okay, his actual corpse was in the club, dressed up, standing upright while everybody's turning up and taking pics and videos. So I'm not going to show the video since that would be against YouTube's guidelines, but everything I described is exactly what happened. Obviously, people have been going crazy about this on social media, rightfully so, by the way. I think this is very strange and weird. We're talking about the young man's actual corpse standing upright at the club like a wax figure. Now, that's already strange enough, but the fact that people were turning up like it was just another night, I can't wrap my head around it, bruh. It's definitely weird. So the question, how and why did this even happen, has been coming up. For that question, we got one definite answer as far as who orchestrated this. So the family is actually responsible for this event, which I was suspecting because here's the thing. You can't just pull up to the morgue and tell them, hey, bring out my boy's body out, we're heading to the club to celebrate. That's what some people were initially saying on social media, meaning some people thought this was the work of his homies. But it's been confirmed that his family is actually responsible for this whole thing. I want you to check out this interview Fox did with Goonew's family. His mother spoke to them and explained why she went through with it. This is what she said.
Well, good evening to you. The family tells me this is the exact celebration that they wanted to celebrate Markel Moreau's life. They planned it. They were celebrating on the stage next to his body. And quite frankly, they say they don't understand the controversy surrounding all of this. Spoke with his mother tonight, who says she should be able to grieve exactly how she wants.
It's something that I wanted to do. That's how Markel wanted me to do it. That's how he wanted to go out. He wanted to celebrate his life, turning up, having a party. He didn't want people to be sad and crying. He always wanted people to be happy and having fun.
So you heard what she said. This is something I wanted to do. This is how Markel, that's Goonew's real name, that's how he wanted me to do it, she said. That's how he wanted to go out, she continued saying. In the end, like you heard her say, he didn't want people to be sad and crying. He wanted people to be happy and having fun, she said. I'm assuming that's a response to the backlash because everybody, including me, has been saying, how can people be turning up inside that venue while the man's body's standing there like a wax figure? How exactly is this normal behavior? Here's the thing, man. I'm not gonna tell other people what to do with their loved ones' dead bodies. That'd be very weird. That's up to the family to decide. But it doesn't make this specific situation any less weird. Personally, man, I think this is crazy beyond crazy. I've never seen anything like this, and I don't know how one could even justify this whole thing. To me, when I saw the video, it looked like some kind of ritual, which for sure creeped me out. And you know what? Just to play devil's advocate, if they wanted to do this, okay, what would be the best way to do it? Well, for starters, forget about the club. But then again, let's say they were set on celebrating the late Gunu at the club. The number one thing they should have done was no cameras, because why would you want your loved one's corpse being all over the internet for the whole world to see? That's the kind of outcome you're trying to avoid if one of your loved ones die. Do you guys remember what happened to the late King Von? I'm talking about the whole incident when a photo leaked of Von's dead body at the morgue. Just to stop you right there, by the way, do not look it up. There's literally no point in seeing that. The point I'm trying to make with bringing this up, Von's sister, after this whole thing went down, she was actively trying to figure out who it was because obviously leaking something like this is very disrespectful. In the end, she apparently did. She leaked a picture of the alleged guy who did it. I don't know if that was the guy who actually did it, by the way. Not sure if it was really him. If it was him though, number one, I hope he got fired, and number two, I hope he got a good old ass beating, okay, if it was him. So you don't want these images being all over the internet. If you really wanted to celebrate him in this kind of fashion, this is the kind of thing that you make an exclusive event where cameras are prohibited. Now that's me still trying to work with the idea of even having the young man's corpse in the club, because keeping it 1,000, man, without being disrespectful to the family, I think this is a very sick thing to do, and I don't see what Gunew's dead body being all over social media is gonna accomplish. I think this entire story is weird, man. It definitely gave me the creeps, and I hope we don't see more of these kinds of celebrations. But yeah, definitely a very sick story if you ask me. Do you have any thoughts on this entire story? Like we covered, the late Gunu, who was a rapper out of the DMV, gets celebrated by his dead body being placed in the club while people are celebrating and turning up all around him. Any thoughts on it? Definitely let me know in the comment section below, and let's have a discussion about this.